Hey everybody, welcome to Catch the Mania's 30 in 30. My name's Shayna, I'm going to be your host this beautiful Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed Darren on Monday. But we've got me here, middle of the week, hump day. I've got a little blue cheese stuffed olive martini. We've got our big tournament going on for the whole month of May, so make sure you're tuning into that. There's videos on YouTube. If you're watching us through Facebook Catch the Mania, for YouTube Catch the Mania, there's definitely some information. Bit.ly link is here. In addition to that, we got a little extra bonus points if you wear funny props. So I've got my aviators. I'm going with wearing my sunglasses at night. Is that Corey Hart? Then you get 5 extra bonus points that will get applied on Monday when we're back next week. So here's a little information about the Spring Fling 20. Thank you so much to both the Essex Vermont's Culinary Resort and Spa and Key West Hospitality and Inns. So lots of awesome prizes. Make sure you're using the Bit.ly link, hitting submit at the end. We're going to get started with round number 1, multiple choice miscellaneous. Pen and paper is fine, but it will not get you into the Spring Fling tournament. So make sure you take advantage of that. Here we go with multiple choice miscellaneous. Question number 1. The only state Reagan didn't carry in 1984 was which one? Mondale's home state. Was it A, Massachusetts, B, Minnesota, C, Michigan, or D, Mississippi? Once again, photo, tag Catch the Mania in some kind of funny prop if you've got it. You can even makeshift them if you want to, but 5 extra bonus points applied to your team. So tag your team name and tag Catch the Mania and post a picture. It's going to be just a fun way to get some extra points and potentially maybe an extra entry if you win. So here comes question number 2. The position of press secretary has been held in the Trump administration by individuals with these surnames, except, is it A, Sanders, B, Conway, C, Spicer, or D, Grisham? Cheers. And a thank you, as always, to Chad Hollister Band for providing us some entertainment during this entertainment. It's like 2 for 1. Here's question number 3. What are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet? Is it A, alpha and zeta, B, alpha and theta, C, alpha and tau, or D, alpha and omega? I was in a sorority. Don't judge me. Everyone has their thing in college, and I had to sing the alphabet, so maybe I'll sing it later. Question number 3, time's ticking down. We're going to be moving on to question number 4 in just a few seconds. All right, multiple choice miscellaneous question number 4. The quote standard model theory applies to which branch of science? Is that branch of science A, chemistry, B, astronomy, C, geology, or D, physics? The standard model theory. Few more seconds. You'll see that little red dial turn. Once it completes itself, it's going to shift to the next question. Helps us as hosts stay on track and lets you know when it's going to expire and move to the next question. We go round 1, halfway through. Question number 5. Who wrote 2018's The Outsider, the first in the Holly Gibney series? Was it A, Stephen King, B, James Patterson, B, John G? Nope. C, John Grisham, or D, J.K. Rowling. Way too many letters, sorry. A, Stephen King, B, James Patterson, C, John Grisham, or D, J.K. Rowling. Whew, tongue twister. Here's question number 6. John Ritter was acclaimed for his portrayal of a small-town gay man in what Billy Bob Thornton film? Was that A, Sling Blade, B, Brokeback Mountain, C, A Family Thing, or D, The Gift? Those are your choices. Go ahead and submit those answers, if you know them, into your score sheet. Once again, make sure you are using the score sheet if you'd like to be entered into the Spring Fling 20, and make sure you are submitting at the end of each round. Once you submit round 1, it will automatically give you the link for the bit.ly link for round 2. So we're one step ahead of the game there. Here comes question number 7. What's the largest city in Canada by population? Again, the largest city in Canada by population. Is it A, Montreal, B, Toronto, C, Vancouver, or D, Calgary? Couple more seconds. Question number 8. In 2008, what corporation filed the largest corporate bankruptcy in U.S. history? Was that A, Goldman Sachs, B, Lehman Brothers, C, Morgan Stanley, or D, Barclays? It was 2008, the largest corporate bankruptcy in U.S. history. Was it A, Goldman Sachs, B, Lehman Brothers, C, Morgan Stanley, or D, Barclays? Just a couple more questions in this round. We'll be going over answers to this round at the conclusion of questions in round number 2. You'll see the bit.ly link pop up in the comments in just a minute for round 2. So here we go, question number 9. The Kit Kat Club was the setting for what Broadway musical, later film? Was it A, Moulin Rouge, B, Cabaret, C, Chicago, or D, La Cage aux Folles? Kit Kat Club. What Broadway musical? A, Moulin Rouge, B, Cabaret, C, Chicago, or D, La Cage aux Folles? Big thank you to so many peoples and places, but certainly to Chad Hollister for music, and then all of the people and places who've donated to our Spring Fling. Here we go, question number 10, last of this round. Who was executed for the abduction and murder of the Lindbergh baby? Was that A, Leopold and Loaf, B, Bruno Hauptmann, B, Pretty Boy Floyd, or D, Giuseppe Joe Zangara? Executed for the abduction and murder of the Lindbergh baby. Last few seconds on that question. Make sure you are submitting those answers. That way it goes through. Make sure you're also registering your team name on TrivTrack. That will obviously get your team entered in. Every time you play, you get an entry into the Spring Fling tournament. And trust me, you want to win these prizes. They're so great. If you're just joining us, or if you need a reminder on the link, it's up there for you. It's also down in your comments section, so make sure you're paying attention there. If you're playing it old school and you just want to play for fun, that's totally cool by us. Grab a piece of paper and a pen and write down your answers. Feel free to share your scores, not your answers, as you go along in the comment section. And the comments are live and active, and we want you to let us know how you're doing. So we are here to interact and play. All right, here we go, round 2. What is the name of Jay Gatsby's love interest in The Great Gatsby, despite the fact that she is married? Fictional girlfriends is the category here. Fictional girlfriends. I don't think I said that, but round 2, question number 1. What is the name of Jay Gatsby's love interest in The Great Gatsby, despite the fact that she is married? About 30 seconds-ish, a little less than that. And then we'll be moving on to question number 2. You should have already submitted answers to round 1. We'll be going over those answers at the end of this round. Question number 2. In round number 2, here it is. Fictional girlfriends, the category. What title TV characters' significant others include Princess Carolyn and Wanda Pierce? And sometimes I just read the questions and don't know the answer. So if it's Princess Carolyn versus Caroline, I apologize, but. If you are enjoying 30 and 30 and you're psyched for hopefully the slow reopen and maybe some restaurants and pubs coming back. We do this, it's typically between 6 and 7 rounds. I host Thursdays at Nectar's, Tuesdays at One Main in Randolph. There's tons of local to you, hopefully, certainly if you're in Vermont. So find your nearest trivia and participate when the time comes. Here comes question number 3. What is the full name of Kevin Arnold's neighbor and main love interest on The Wonder Years? Full name of Kevin Arnold's neighbor and main love interest on The Wonder Years. Fictional girlfriends is the category for round number 2. Once again, 30 and 30. 30 questions, 30 minutes. It does go quickly, but hopefully it's just a super fun break from what might be the monotony of quarantine. Or perhaps you're still working. And if you are, cheers. Thank you so much for all that you're doing. Here comes question number 4. What woman, known primarily by her first name, is girlfriend and eventually wife of Lord Greystoke, fathering their son Corak? Fictional girlfriends. Don't forget to take those pictures. Pick a prop. Does not have to be sunglasses. I chose aviators because it allows me to still read. And you'll get 5 extra bonus points to your total score on Monday. So it will be a little bit retroactive. It won't apply for this evening, but next week's Monday scores. So here we go. Question number 5. What actress played Marty McFly's girlfriend and wife in Back to the Future Part 2 and Part 3? Going for the olive. Blue cheesy. Looking for the actress that played Marty McFly's girlfriend and wife in Back to the Future Parts 2 and Part 3. A couple more seconds, and we're going to move on to question number 6. Here comes. Fictional girlfriends, question number 6. Who had character Kelly Kapowski as a girlfriend and later a wife in a series finale / television movie? Kelly Kapowski. Couple more seconds. Here comes question 7 in our fictional girlfriends round number 2. Mike Wheeler in Stranger Things develops feelings for 11, a girl who takes what last name when adopted by the chief of police? That's question number 7 in round 2. Almost through the end of round number 2. We've only got 30 questions, so we're more than halfway through trivia this evening. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed all of our guest hosts. Dara mentioned it on Monday, but certainly if you would like to host trivia at one of the locations or a new location, if you own one or know someone who does that wants to add trivia to their kind of weekly repertoire, it works great midweek and adds a ton of business to what could potentially be a slow night for them. So make sure you reach out to Catch the Mania. Here's question 8. What was Porky Pig's girlfriend's name seen here? In that character, Porky Pig's girlfriend. Just a few more questions in this round. As always, make sure when you have all of your answers filled into your score sheet that you're hitting the submit button. If you've not registered your team name, on TrivTrack, make sure that you do that as well so that you get credit for each time you participate. Those are entries into our Spring Fling 20. Here comes question number 9. What actress played Jerry's girlfriend in Seinfeld with attributes that were, quote, real and spectacular, end quote? If you participated in Seinfeld theme, I don't think this was an answer, but maybe you played because you know your Seinfeld trivia, and I hope that you do, because that might be a point for you. We've been doing pop-up Saturday themes. Make sure if you don't know what's happening that you're kind of tuning into Facebook's, Catch the Mania's Facebook page. We post schedules and certainly Darren's beautiful faces on there telling us when to tune in and if we have live stuff going on like today. And last question in round 2, who was superhero Daredevil's girlfriend for a period? She occasionally worked for his nemesis, the Kingpin. Who was superhero Daredevil's girlfriend for a period? She occasionally worked for his nemesis, the Kingpin. That's the last question. Got a little more time before we move on to answers to round number 1. But do submit those scores so you get credit for them. And then as soon as you hit submit, the link, the bit.ly link for round 3 should be given to you. So you'll be ready for the next round. That's our visual clue round. Last few seconds, fictional girlfriends, the category. That's the end of it. We are now 20 and 20. We've got 10 more to go to make it a complete 30 and 30. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of your Wednesday evening to play with me. Answers to round number 1, multiple choice miscellaneous. If you played with pen and paper, or if you want to just gloat and you played with the score sheets, go ahead and shout out your score. Minnesota, don't you know? Oh yeah, Minnesota. Answer to question 1, Conway. That was the exception, Conway. Answer to round 1, question number 3. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, and theta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, phi, rho, sigma, tau, and epsilon, and phi, chi, psi, omega. D, physics. Oh, that was tough in like 6 seconds to do. My sorority sisters would be proud. A, Stephen King was the first in the Holly Gibney series written by Stephen King. I like them French fried taters. Sling Blade. B, Toronto. That's the largest city in Canada by population. 8, the Lehman Brothers. That was the largest bankruptcy in U.S. history. 2008 was the year. Lehman Brothers. E, life is a cabaret. I'm just full of it tonight. Maybe it's the one martini. B, Bruno Hauptmann, executed for the abduction and murder of the Lindbergh baby. With your answers. So we're moving on. Bit.ly link is there and there. Go ahead and click the link if you don't have it already. Otherwise, continue to use that pen and paper, and we're going to get started. Visual clue round. I won't sing through the whole thing, I promise. But I am a theater major, it's only fair. Broadway playbills is the category. I'll have a little explanation as to how this works, but round 3, visual clue round, Broadway playbills. This round consists of visual clues. Each clue is an image of a Broadway musical playbill with the title of the play removed. So you just have to name the Broadway musical. And I swear I won't sing a lot. There it is. Name that playbill. I won't sing. I'll let Chad Hollister do that for me. I might sing at the end, let's be honest. About 7 more seconds. We're going to move on to slide number 2. Round 3, Broadway playbills. Visual clue number 2. Name that Broadway play. There it is. One of the first ones I ever saw. I think it was on a school trip. Name that Broadway play. About 5 seconds left. Watching that ticker tick away. Here comes question 3 in round number 3. What is that? Ooh, let there be light. Don't forget those pictures. I'm taking off my props so I can read a little better. Question and visual clue number 4. Thanks for playing. We're nearing the end of the questions. We still have a couple of rounds of answers to go over, but just thank you so much for tuning in. A lot of you tune in every single night that we have trivia, and that's awesome. My dad's one of them. I see him all the time on, and I super appreciate him playing because I know he's just playing for pen and paper and not trying to win. So you're doing the same. I appreciate you. Round 3, question 5, visual clue 5. I appreciate you if you're trying to win too, because I'm the most competitive, so. Name that Broadway play. Last few seconds, here's 6. Another. And visual clue 7. Under 10 seconds, last few glances at this slide. We'll be moving on to our visual clue number 8 in our 3rd round, nearing the end of 30 and 30. Here's 8. Thank you for letting me be your host. Not that you really have a choice in the matter, but if you're tuning in, it means you're dealing with me. And I appreciate that. This is the highlight of my week. Name that Broadway play. 4 minutes ago. And number 9. Here comes our last and final, before we go over answers to round 2 and round 3, here comes visual clue number 10 in our 3rd round, Broadway playbills. Here it is. That's all she wrote. Again, if you are continuing to play and are curious as to when we are doing trivia, Facebook, Catch the Mania, lots of information, lots of videos. There's also a video that explains how the Spring Fling 20 works. Thank you again to both Key West Hospitality Inns and the Essex Resort and Spa and all the other, there's so many different donations that have been made, and we appreciate it because it adds quite a bit of fun and competition to an already fun and competitive game. So we've got answers to round number 2, fictional girlfriends. Here are those answers. Daisy is the name of Jay Gatsby's love interest in The Great Gatsby. Also, if you are finishing up round 3, make sure you hit submit. You want to make sure you get those answers submitted and credit for them. BoJack Horseman. Winnie Cooper was Kevin Arnold's neighbor and main love interest. Number 4, Jane. That is Lord Greystoke's eventual wife. Elizabeth Shue was the actress that played Marty McFly's girlfriend and wife in Back to the Future's 2 and 3, not 1. Zach Morris, obviously, Saved by the Bell. 7 was Hopper, the last name that she takes on. Question number 8. Porky Pig's girlfriend's name was Petunia. Number 9, Terry Hatcher. They are real and they are spectacular. And Elektra, Daredevil's girlfriend. Those are the answers to round 2. How'd y'all do? If you want to shout out your scores, feel free to brag. We've got Broadway playbills. That was our visual clue round that we just finished. So make sure you hit it, submit on your answer or your score sheet. I won't do it, I promise. That's it. Lion King. Miss Saigon. The answer to number 2. The next playbill representing the answer to round number 3 was Jagged Little Pill. That's Alanis Morissette's incredible musical. So much good music. 4, Oh Calcutta. 5, The Book of Mormon. See, I told you I wasn't going to sing the whole time. You have to do the Lion King thing, right? Hamilton. I went to Hamilton College, and I figured, like, they must give free tickets to anyone who went to Hamilton College, but it's not a thing. A Chorus Line. Such a good one. My mom's favorite. You're watching in West Palm. Of course. Wicked. Here comes the 9th. Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. It was red and orange and yellow and green and blue and I don't know all of them. Amadeus. That's the last and final answer of our 3rd round, which means we've completed 30 in 30. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back definitively on Monday, but always check the Catch the Mania Facebook page. If you haven't already done so, like and subscribe to us on the YouTube channel as well. But lots of information shared when we are playing, and be safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. Peace. Cheers, everyone.